So we've had a request to make a video about our log burner, the setup of our log burner. So here it is. So we've got it on at the moment, and Dave will explain to you how it works if you don't already know how a log burner works.
Well, it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? So our friend made this, called Matt Aiken. He works, well, he's got his own company called Aiken Furnace Works, Ironworks, which is it's all handcrafted stuff. It's an old gas bottle, so yeah, it's only quite cheap as well, £100 paid. And yeah, this is how it works. This is the handle to get into it. You see that there's only a few little logs in there at the minute.
Oh, it's gone out now you've opened it. You've lost the drawer.
Yeah, but you don't want it on anyway, do you? It's too hot. But yeah, that's the open. This is the ash, where the ash collects.
And we can scoop that all
We've got a
out.
little scraper which scrapes the ash out.
We did have a pokey as well, which was made with the fire. Can we have a look at the leaf on the end, please?
Oh, the little. This is the
That's quite pretty.
all the added extras. He's added little leaves to each of the sides.
We had a pokey as well, but at one point we left it on the roof of the van and we drove away and it must have fell off.
Yeah, that's the ash. And you notice I'm using an UV glove. Safety first. Everyone likes safety, don't they?
Because it gets hot,
So it
that
gets
handle.
super hot and you've got to go like. But yeah, I use an UV glove. And it's just screwed to the base, which is wood, then tile. The wood's drilled to the floor, which is metal and wood. Then it's a frame of wood with tiles on top.
It's very important we have that piece of slate there as well.
The slate, when you sometimes embers fly out if it's roaring.
Lift it up.
Why?
Because I want to show the
I can't get it. I got half glove on.
There you go. As you can see,
Oh, the
we
burn
got some
hole.
embers jump out of the fire at one point. And luckily enough, we had this roof slate tile knocking about in the garden, which is a trick.
Something under there.
Yeah, loads of bits and bobs. Actually, a bit of the slate's come off.
But yeah, we've got two caps sitting on top of the flue. This is for when you're driving. You don't want the burner on. It just sits on. It's like a stopper.
Should we go out and have a look at the other one?
Yeah, we'll go out and have a look at the other one. I've only got my socks on.
So it's on the step there.
You'll see the smoke. We've got two wing nuts.
Yeah. And that comes out, doesn't it?
You can see the flue as well. They are flashing, which is glued down with some roof sealant.
We've got the thingy up there somewhere. There you go.
Yeah, that's the basics of our micro burner, and to fuel that we have, this is the Kindle box where I keep all the wood. It's just kindling basically, softwood kindling. It burns really quickly and really well, and you don't need it on for long because it heats the van up really quickly, and you end up sweating your head off.
It just get quite hot.
It's so effective for a little tiny burner. People underestimate little burners, and they're just really good, aren't they?
And the surrounding areas don't really get that hot, to be honest, surprisingly. I mean, this curtain here usually at night time goes at the end, but when we've got the burner on in the day, we pull that curtain back and then we tuck it up, and we have the window open behind the burner.
There's a little
to keep the area cool.
little crack that brings the airflow in and sucks it through.
Yeah, it keeps the area a little bit cool
Yeah.
as well. And we got these were given to us, these
This is fire brick, isn't it?
fire, yeah.
Is it fire brick?
I'm not sure, it's fire something. It's fire
Guard.
fire guard, and we got a
There's a spacing at the back.
yeah, a little space at the gap.
the gap.
Got a space at the gap. Got a space at the back.
It's to let the air circulate, the hot air, because this is the hottest point of the burner, obviously.
Yeah, and we took that wire. We took the solar panel wire
That's the solar
behind that
panel.
because the solar panel does detach actually, so we can take the solar panel in at night. Just in case. And also, the only thing about the log burner is it does need maintaining because it does get quite sooty inside, and
rust appears. Doesn't
rust
it?
does tend to
Like
appear.
this, for instance, there's a lot of rust on the edge of this. I had to get a wire brush and like you have to repaint it every now and then. You got special high temperature paint that you buy, which is in aerosol. It's only cheap. It's only about £5, but yeah, you give it a clean and a spray every now and then. Open the lids and give them a scrape with a wire brush just to keep them.
Do you want to give a demonstration of how big the kindling is and what it looks like inside the log burner, because it's not quite big. It's not very big inside, space-wise, and you can't really fit much in it. But it does get super hot in here.
Alright. It's just small bits of kindling. You can see the size. Well, I suppose they fit quite well, but I guess you can just see the flue pipe. They just suck up into it, so you can just place them in.
I mean, those embers are still keeping the place pretty hot.
That's all we need at the minute, because we're going soon, aren't we? So
Yeah.
gotta let it die down.
And we made the mistake once of driving with
With the burning cap on.
with the burning cap on rather than the driving cap, and the burning cap is quite loose, and it sort of flew off and disappeared. But luckily we found it. Yay! Anyway, so we do have a grill and a hob, but we prefer to boil our water on the log burner, don't we, Dave?
Yeah, it fits. Well, I'll show you for instance.
We've got 2 kettles.
This is the usual kettle we use, and it just sits on there nicely, boils away.
And if the fire's roaring, it can take about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so to boil a bit of water.
Yeah,
It's alright if you...
If the fire's roaring, I'd say about 10 minutes. It'll do the job.
Yeah.
Which is, it's free heat, isn't it? I'd rather use that than the gas, unless we have to use the gas.
It is. We can boil soup on there.
I'd cook on it if I wanted to.
You've done it. You've fried egg on there before, haven't
Yeah.
you?
There's lots of things. You can put anything on there, really. Put a little grill on the top.
Oh yeah, where's the grill? Show people the grill.
Where is it?
So you can make, you can sort of make
here.
perhaps toast on it, or we've heated stuff up before. You know, like samosas. So you put this grill on.
Like spring rolls and stuff.
Yeah, and spring rolls. So you put this grill on the top. It just literally brings the food, so it's not directly.
Raises it above a little.
Yeah, so it's not directly touching the log burner. And then I suppose you could put a bit of tin foil on that as well if you wanted, if you didn't want to get crumbs on the log burner. But it heats things up really good, so that's pretty good. Oh, here comes Claire. Yeah, we've been doing circus stuff. So yeah, that's the log burner.
I'll see you at mine.
Alright.
See you later. Yep, so that's the log burner. And if you have any more questions about said log burner, please feel free to ask us, because it's very useful, it's very interesting.
There's not much you really need to know about a log burner. It's yeah, and on the inside of the flue, when I installed it, I put some fire putty stuff in the inside, so it gives it a nice seal.
Yeah.
And it was really easy to install. I thought, installing a log burner is going to be like, best do it safety first and all that. But it is very straightforward. It's cutting a hole, sticking the flue through the hole into the burner, seal it at the top.
Putting the sock on it, whatever it is.
Yeah, putting the flashing on it, and seal flashing. You can see the screws that are sealed. The flashing, like metal drilling screws. That squidges the flashing down onto the sealant. And very, very basic. And
Never had any problems
tried
with
and
it.
tested for about a year or so, isn't it?
Mm.
So no problems yet.
You can even cook on it in the summer if you open all the doors. I mean, it's just, if you're going on a walk like where we are today, you can see there's loads of trees. Oh, there's the slack line. There's loads of trees and loads of branches that have, you know, it's twigs and stuff that have come down. And you just pick those up, and, you know, if you can dry them out, or if they're already dry, it's free fuel. You don't have to buy gas. You don't have to buy anything. I mean, you can use paper to start the fire if you really want to. We're quite lazy. We use fire lighters at the moment.
But they're only 99p for a pack, and they last about a couple of weeks, won't they?
Yeah. So, it's really good. Once you've got it installed, it's free to use. It's cheap. It's easy.
especially in the winter.
It's
so
hot.
it's so efficient. Like compared to anything else, like you power like a diesel heater or I don't know, something stupid like gas fired heaters or whatever they do.
I suppose it's a bit more
There's
eco-friendly.
nothing compared to the heat. The feel of the heat as well. It's like a nice heat, isn't it?
Yeah, and it really dries the van out as well.
Yeah, it dries because we've got told off for using Rockwool on insulation.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't
But
have used that, to be
We
fair.
probably shouldn't have used it. We probably should have used the bubble wrap stuff. But at the time, I think we got. Did we get it for free?
It was super cheap and we didn't have a clue, did we, at the
Yeah.
time?
Well, it was when we was first starting out building our own camper. But anyway, we've read on forums that the log burner will actually dry the condensation in the Rockwool out. So it works both ways, really, doesn't it? Because
Yeah, and in the morning when you wake up, it does get a bit condensation-y, in the winter especially. But as soon as you put the log burner on, it just like
it dries the place out.
disappears.
It's like
gets-
a dry heat, isn't it?
Yeah, it gets super hot. And also, it's handy if you can get one of these, which is really good. We've got a little thermometer thing up here. Oh, we've got a CO2 tester that tells you how
Too
hot,
hot, too cold,
yeah,
or just right in the comfort zone.
we are currently in the comfort zone, and it's like 9 degrees outside, perhaps maybe that's
No, it's probably about 8, yeah.
8 or 9 degrees Celsius outside, so it's pretty chilly.
And it's 20 in here.
It's 20, almost 20 in here, which is pretty which is pretty nice and snug.
Yeah.
So there she is.
That's all you need to know about the burner.
She's pretty sweet. She's pretty sexy. She's pretty slick.
It is a lovely little burner. We can recommend you to the guy who made it if you want. I can send you a link. Yeah, I'm sure I like the
Yeah, the custom.
custom.
Highly, highly recommend having a log burner in your van. Highly recommend it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you soon. Have a happy new year. Peace out.
Yeah, man.